Stakeholder interviews. Why are we talking about stakeholder interviews? One word: validation. We need to validate the patterns which are emerging thus far in steps 1 through 6 of the engineer roadmap by asking open-ended questions. Why open-ended questions? Well, because we don't know what we don't know. And data is often dated, imperfect, insufficiently deep, or specific for our needs. We need real-time, real life, of the moment, clinical practice, patient preference information. Also purchasing behaviors. Think about how much has changed in the last few years. This is especially important in startups where monies may not be available to buy the more detailed data as it is in larger companies. Welcome to Message Engineer Roadmap Episode 7, Stakeholder Interviews. I am Maureen Schaefer. Thanks so much for joining us today. And like, comment, follow, subscribe, share to let your peers know what content you find valuable so they can find it too. Let's dive in. There are 3 key areas we're going to cover today: market research, preparation, execution, and refinement and reporting. Number 1, sketch out the answers which you seek. Step 2, write the questions in that order. It's very easy to get lost in question revision. So write down the answers you're looking for, then write the questions. Ensure that you have a representative cross-section of people to interview, especially on the provider side. Think about academic and community medicine. Think about geo. Think about years in practice. And include urban and rural. Make sure you have a representative cross-section so that you have solid data upon which to act when you're done. Lastly, always prepare questions to elicit opinions on clinical and economic upsides and downsides. You may be surprised what you learned. Second area, stakeholder research execution. Point 1, make sure that you set up a video meeting and have an audio backup, including a recording app on your phone in case they call you, as opposed to call into your video meeting. You want this to be able to do post-game replay and learn how to become a better interviewer. You also will want the audio for transcription and key quotes. Point 2, beware of black swans, the unknown unknowns. You can reference Chris Voss in his book, Never Split the Difference, if you'd like to know more. Listen intently to nonverbal, paraverbal, and verbal signals throughout the interview. They will cue you, tip you off as to when to dig deeper and ask more clarifying questions and get the full story. Point 3, consider writing down your thoughts and key takeaways immediately after each interview. This will help solidify the ideas and hypotheses in your head and allow you to be more prepared for your subsequent interview. Point 4, get it transcribed. There are a lot of places online, SaaS software, Otter.ai, Fireflies.ai, and others who can help you do this quickly and easily. Point number 5, when you're presenting or talking about this data, often word clouds are very helpful for capturing a lot of information alongside key quotes from the interviewees. Lastly, the third area in stakeholder interviews is refinement and reporting. This is where you take the stakeholder interview data and the organized data analysis of your dynamic flow path, and you mash them up. Refer back to the sequel to Market Math, Part 2, where we talk about that in more detail and rinse repeat on that, fill in the gaps, and ensure that that is still the dynamic flow path best for your company. Thanks so much for listening today. Like, follow, subscribe, share. Folks know that we're here. Look for our next episode, number 8, on sustaining value. See you next time on Message Engineer.